Happy Friday, friends! Welcome back to another daily scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. I'm Anson. Today I'm outside, just going to be going through and doing some stuff. And one thing I have not done in quite a while. Oh, you want to say hi? Here, she wants to say hi quick. Say hi, Willow. Say hi. Camera's up there. Look over here. Yep. Just want to say hi. All right. Bye. Oh, crazy dog. So, yeah, we're over here. This is actually going to be the site for the gathering house, and then kind of back that way is going to be areas where we're going to still have to do septic work. So, but one thing that I have not done in quite a while is going to be some drone footage. So I actually, one of the things that I've been wanting to do, well, obviously we have to kind of wait on the weather a little bit. We did have quite a bit of rain last night. We actually had some sleet coming in last night. So we ended up, rolling in the awning so it doesn't destroy the awning and just going through. And then today it's supposed to be, lower to mid 60s, but I think it'll be okay. It's still the little sweater weather. Still got my sticker from yesterday, the Arkansas Children's Hospital. Just let them know that, hey, we had checked in. So I'll go ahead and take that off. But it was a good appointment yesterday. Basically a 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back. That's half your day, right? And then obviously the times that we were there, and then we were able to get home basically just in time for the other kiddo to come out the bus. And it was raining, so we thought we were going to have to pick her up, but Grandma was waiting up in the front with the truck, so she most would rather ride with Grandma anyway, right? So definitely thank you, Ma, for picking up the kiddo. And then, like I said, today I just want to go through and start getting some aerial footage of, the stuff here, because we want to be able to take those photos, aerial head photos, print it out, and kind of use that as a template for sketching out our layout, right? That way we can kind of put everything to scale. We can use, different trees or different landmarks, as a benchmark to be able to take measurements from. In also utilizing, the northwest, north, south, east, west type thing. Because I know that our house itself, the front of our house, is actually going to be facing true north, not magnetic north. The front of the house is facing true north. And if you don't know how to calculate those things, I'm pretty sure you can check it out, look it up, because magnetic north is constantly changing, right? And there's enough apps, or there's enough things, out there on smartphones these days that you can actually find true north or magnetic north. But if all you have is a compass to be able to get the magnetic north, you either have to subtract or add, the difference. And since that is forever changing, you probably have to look that up, of what is, the difference for magnetic north to true north. All right. So that's what we're going to do with that. Well, for the gathering house, it's going to be set almost 90 degrees. So it's actually the front of its house or whatever is going to be facing due east. So I want to be able to kind of figure out exactly where that location is. I can kind of already base it off of, sun coming up. But obviously, if you're going to be doing that, are you going to be setting that, to a winter solstice? Are you going to be setting that to the spring solstice? It's just all those different things. Well, I'm not going to get, that far into depth or details of that. You can kind of build however you would like to. But we would actually like to have our stuff set, at a certain angle, right? Because it does help with heating and cooling. It does help with where is my sun coming from during summer? Where is my sun coming from during the winter? And, based off of the different needs that you may have, plan all that stuff out. So that's what we're going to be doing whenever it comes to the different builds. Because, look back into the histories of how people build, right? They actually do and look at all of the different seasons. They look and see where the sun comes up and where the sun goes down, and they track that, right? And they have the calendars and do all those things, and they're able to build off of that, to help benefit them for keeping their house cool in the summertime and keeping their house warm in the wintertime, right? So there's a lot of things, that I like to look up and follow, all the ancient buildings and such. And hey, I think, it's kind of done that way for a reason. And you start looking up, some of the benefits, and, I think the benefits outweigh, the pros outweigh the cons, right? So I'm going to continue doing some of those things. The golden ratios, right, is whenever you're build with a golden ratio. It's pleasing to the eye, to the natural eye, of nature, right? So try to build the things that you can with the golden ratios the best you can, obviously. If it's off a little bit, then hey, it's going to be off a little bit. But those are some of the things, that we look into, or I look into more than Gladys, right? Because obviously I am more of the builder type person. Yes, she does love to build. She does love to do those things. Don't get me wrong, right? But I sit down and I do a lot of that research, a lot of the research. So, and just to me, we would like to have some of those things, the finer, things in life of, hey, does this look good? Well, if it looks good to us, it might not look good to someone else. But if you're building stuff with that golden ratio, it normally looks good to everybody as they're sitting there looking at it. And it's kind of, it built into our DNA. It's just built into, that human and whatever else element, right? Whenever you're looking at this, you're like, you know what? That just, it looks correct. So those are some of the things that we're trying to do here. And trust your eyes, right? Trust your eyes, especially whenever you're building stuff. Is if you have your eyes and you're looking at something, you can see that it's not correct, right? And the human eye, right? It's actually been studied that the human eye, you can detect something up to, almost 1/16 of an inch off. So as you're sitting there looking at something, you can see if it's straight or not, up to 1/16 of an inch without even having to measure it. So, that's pretty small. That's pretty small, increment. So whenever you're doing those golden ratios and measuring out stuff and laying out buildings and doing the different things, right, is take that into account. Because you might build something and then whenever it's all said and done, you're like, you know what? I really don't like the way this looks. Well, it's probably because of those reasons that you didn't follow those rules, of nature. And you're trying to force it, right, to be something that it doesn't want to be. So, but that's what I'm doing today. So it's Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and get this drone up in the air. We're gonna do some stuff. We do have a video coming out to you today. It probably should already be out by the time you see this. So if you have not gone over there to check it out, head on over to our main channel, Ivey's Family Factotum. Go check it out. It's greatly appreciated. And then, yeah, that's it. If you're new here, we'd also greatly appreciate that subscribe, especially if you've made it this far. Share us out, give us that thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, always thank a veteran at every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day, say hi to Willow. And we'll see you tomorrow. Later, y'all.